Welcome to wOWL broadcast. I am 8Mail. With me today we have M4.
Hello.
And we are going to just have the two of us today. Burger, I think, is busy today. We were going to try to do it tomorrow, but then I wouldn't have time to do some stuff because I'm taking a little mini vacation. And so we're just going to get into some topics. There hasn't been a ton of DCL news, as usual, this time of the month. And I feel like WB's been a little quiet, but I guess they're always quiet at this time. So with that said, what's that?
I was going to say it's that time of the month where just about when Siege is about to end, and then we don't have the news yet. Yeah, this is kind of like the calm before the storm.
Yeah, and then so we'll talk. Before we get into, I think we're going to talk stat boosts again because we talked about it a little bit on previous ones, but I listened to AAD and they talked about it, and we'll just kind of talk about 2D's community poll. But before we get into that, how's your Siege going, M4? What have you thought of this month?
Oh, it's terrible. By terrible, I mean I'm not in the running. So let's see where I'm at. I think I'm third. Let me just see, because there's like tiers now. So it's Vagrant and Almost. And then I think it's me and Hawkeye. And then the rest of the top 10.
I thought Hawkeye was in the running at one point, but I don't know if he's sitting on energy.
Maybe he's hoarding.
Yeah.
Maybe he's hoarding. I know he hasn't lost a match. I lost one match. That's why I'm out. But Hawkeye might be in. He might be just busy and then plays his matches at a different time. So maybe he's in. Maybe he's still in the running.
That could be the case. I still have some energy, so I'm a little higher than I thought. But I lost a match, and then I think I lost 2 revenges now, and then I've lost a toon. That's one thing about the Siege. I started off really strong, and I've been consistently using Saint Walker lead, which I switched later, but Shiva never attacked him. Never. And then in the past 2 days, she's opened with her 2 against him in every single match. So after like 4 or 5 times, I finally said, okay, I'm going to stop doing this. One or two of the times she didn't kill him, but in the other 3 matches, she killed him every time.
Well, it depends on whose Shiva it is, and also if she got the strength ups.
Yeah. I mean, she kills him a lot on Revenge, but I didn't care because I could still win the match. But in regular Siege, I can't remember which combo it is. But it makes, I don't like when I run Raven lead because my Shiva's only L5 and she sucks at L5. So she doesn't do any damage.
Oh, yeah, you can't get the kill. Yeah.
So you can't kill anybody. The only person you can hope to kill is Saint Walker, but you can only kill Saint Walker if she's under your own Saint Walker.
Saint Walker, yes.
So now
Are you implying she needs a stats boost to do her job?
She definitely needs a stat boost because I'm not giving her a good vote or a good rating in our next tier list because she's a one-trick pony, really. And if she's not RB5, she doesn't do that well.
Yeah. I mean, she's not a one-trick pony, but the other thing she does is pales in comparison to her main job, which is get a first turn kill before anyone else goes. So
yeah, I mean,
and she can't quite do that with all of this news. I mean, Etrigan is just like crazy. Crit immune, high stats, and at RB5, even I struggle to kill L5 Etrigans. I can't do it without Saint Walker. She can't do it.
Well, he's only crit immune he's crit immune out of the start, and he's crit immune after he casts his 2. So there's times he doesn't have crit immunity, but
well, at that
Raven's
point,
been there most of the time anyway. So who I really like, Raven. If she gets a 6-day, I'm strongly considering taking her up.
Have you faced JP's RB5 Raven?
Yeah, that's what made
scary too.
That's what made me think about doing it. Actually, that was one of my lost revenges because she did her 3 and nuked like my entire team. So
I was surprised when I forgot who I lost. It was Revenge. Oh, I forgot when. Anyway, she retaliated and was like, "What?" And I was like, "What the heck just?"
Yeah, her retaliation is pretty strong at RB5. I mean, she's not like a super great tune, but she's fun, and I like her. I'm
Yeah,
surprised at how much I like her.
she's not that great on her own, but what she does is opens up the leader spot when you want to mess around, because now you can keep tunes alive without having to rely on Aquaman. Like you can now play around with, let's say, a Mongol lead or whoever fun lead you want to do, and not have to worry about your team dying right away. In that sense, she's good,
The- I
but her
like
kit.
I like the 4 intellects downs too. I think those are super useful.
They are, but she's so darn slow to get it out.
Yeah.
That's one of her problems. The other good use of her is that I use her basic a lot to on Shiva, because you get the kill, Shiva's still alive, and she can still pop your Saint Walker or whoever is still around, and that crit affinity power down kind of like mitigates that on top of the crit immunity, crit reduction. So she's really good at protecting your team, but her moves are not really that great.
I think she'll be better if and when they fix her. She actually casts that heal at the end of her turn almost every time. That would be nice.
Oh yeah, if they did that, she could help. Well, the heal itself is not that great because she barely moves the needle on the heals. However, maybe it's enough to keep those dudes overhealed that needs overheal like Etrigan, right? So I don't think it's gonna be game changing. Great. Oh my god, you're fixed now. You're amazing now. But it just helps people, open up their gates.
It makes her a little better, and it also get rid of some of the debuffs. And I wonder, because it says purge 6
Oh
debuffs from the
yeah.
prim, but I wonder if
Who's gonna be the
yeah.
target?
So I definitely wonder about that. And then, I mean, she'll still, it might cast on herself, so she'll clear whatever she has and then steal the debuffs from. Well, no, that'd be the same thing. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Well, maybe that's why it's bugged. They don't know how to.
Yeah. Well, and then it might. No, the bad part is she takes that 5% to damage, which is close to nothing. But at the end of every turn, sometimes she has no life, and then because she had death
Oh,
immunity,
yeah.
so it might actually be bad if she has it. So I don't know. That's one thing that's really upsetting me with lately is that. And granted, I know 2D Tron was talking about this on Atlantis After Dark. Is well, we just need to accept the game the way it is with bugs, but it's really frustrating that they don't. They used to fix them before siege ends. Now it's like we really don't get a fix until next month.
I think it depends on how difficult the bug is. It's not that they don't try. If it's something like, oh, we've seen this before, I know exactly what I did wrong and I fix it. But if it's something like this is an event-driven bug, which is tough. Uh, you see, like Spectre stunning dead people. Like if those are like not straightforward, I press X, Y happens. Those are the kind of bugs that I see they are struggling to fix.
Yeah, and they just kind of give up on him, which I don't care about Spectre stunning dead people. He's already so
I,
insanely
I've
overpowered.
accepted that.
Yeah,
The one that's surprising me that's not fixed yet is the Desaad. That one seems straightforward to me. You press a button, X happens, right?
and
That's
that
one
really
surprising to me.
that one is really impactful because it makes him so much better if that works. And
Oh, for sure, yeah.
he's like hugely better. But I mean, I like him without it, but what that ability is what would make me want to take him up. Which, I think they're losing money off these bugs because I would have
Oh, for
at
sure.
one point considered actually probably not because Tapjoy. Oh, let me bring that up. So I can't remember which owl it is, but they wrote a message. I think it was an owl that wrote a message to Olay and asked about why they weren't on Tapjoy, and the person said they think that they ended their contract with Tapjoy. So we are in the dark ages now with Olay purchases. And there is a couple halfway okay ones, but almost all of them are subscription based, which is really bad for me because I'll never cancel the
You forget.
subscription. And So tap choice, yeah, it's ugly. It's really ugly. And then I actually have an hour and 10 minutes left. I still haven't bought the Father's Day. I can't bring my I can't remember if I want to do that or not.
You might have to,
Yeah, I mean I have
or at least
500,000
not all the
gems, so
way
I'm not
through.
too bad.
Let's see. How many Raven shards do you have?
Not a lot.
I have 1,300 shards. So
I
if
think
we
I'm
get to 6 day, that's gonna. It's not too bad. 500 is a lot. You just feel uncomfortable. You feel naked if you don't have
yeah.
like close to 1,000,000 gems. But 500k is a lot.
How many? I have four. Yeah, I have 1459 shards of Raven. I don't know, but then I'm still waiting on a Terra sale. I'm waiting on a Doctor Poison sale, even though I don't even like Doctor Poison that much. Um, I haven't used Doctor Poison since I took her RB4, really.
But you have to fin. Yeah. Oh, you've fallen behind. You're 28, right?
Yeah, you're at 32 now.
Mhm.
Well,
Are you
those.
sitting on like? Are you sitting on like 200?
No, I don't have that many, but I do want to take. If I took Terra and um, what's her name up? I don't know how. It seems like you're way ahead of me on rebirth tokens. How many do I have?
Oh, no, I think you just have half finished dudes. Let's see.
Just those two, and then what's his name? Booster, which I've had for a long time. You must have
So
took a bunch of your randos up
probably, yeah, the one leftovers, maybe. Yeah, why am I so ahead of you this time?
because I
Okay,
bought
so if you
everything.
finish, yeah, if you finish Terra and Doctor Poison, you'll be at 30.
I'm still
How
two
many
behind.
tokens are how are you? How many tokens are you sitting on?
100.
Oh, that all right, then that will explain
Then we're
it.
tied, but I thought I was ahead of you before. So
Well, you have an RB. I have like those stupid RB ones, so that's
yeah,
why.
but even if I took those two, I would be short 20 tokens then.
Hmm. Let's see.
And
Well,
you had
that's
a lot
good.
of
Maybe
RB
you forgot.
ones.
I do. It sucks.
So
Sucks.
I don't understand how you're so far ahead of me. Because
Uh,
I only skipped like one sale one time.
I need you to take more Toons or Rebirth, so we'll have more. Um, well, the crappy ones, so we'll get more stat boosted tunes. Or wait, no. Actually, what I want to happen is you take the Rebirth my tunes, the same tunes that I have, so they have a bigger chance of getting the stat boost.
Well, let's talk about that. The community tier that Tootie did, the three like far and away above everyone else was Donna Troy, which I would be okay with since mine's RB5 and she's so stat boosted.
Yeah, she's almost unplayable as a tank.
And Wonder Woman, Princess of the Mascara. Did I pronounce it right that time? I
Wow,
think I did.
yes, that's
Damn, I
impressive.
nailed
Yeah.
it. So that's actually one that almost everyone in the VIP
Mhm.
group agreed. Like
Agree.
we've all pretty much said. And the other one was
Yeah.
Doomsday. That's been on a fair amount of people's lists. I think for
Why?
raids, people want him for
Yeah, maybe
raids.
for raid. Yeah, for raids, but he's for PvP, his kit is not gonna hold up.
No, but
He,
I think it's well worth it for raids. Well worth it. I mean, he would be so good in raids, and I don't care. I mean, I'm
I,
fine with
I
not
suppose.
having a tune who's not good in PvP and be great in raids. I mean, look at Superwoman.
Yeah, yeah, I suppose we need a green one though, right?
Yeah, I
Because
mean
we
that's
have
what we're missing. So
I
I'm in
really
100% support of that. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he was on a lot of people's lists too. So um,
yeah,
that's definitely ones
yeah.
I want to see.
All right, so
There's
let's come up with a fourth. So let's say they listen to the people and then do those three. We need a fourth.
trying to think of.
My selfish My selfish needs, say Batwoman, because she's horribly power crept.
Her and Shiva are like exactly the same character.
No, well, almost, but not quite. They serve the same purpose. Kill someone before anyone else gets a move out. However, they are useful for different scenarios. Shiva for specters hiding behind awarenesses, and then Shiva Batwoman can go before Cheetah teams with Nightwing now, which is unfortunate. That's a good combo, but she kind of like cannot kill anymore. And then yeah, she can get 2 kills out the door. So kind of similar, but not exactly the same.
Another one that I've seen a lot of is Yellow Lantern Sinestro. I think he'd actually be a really good one. He surprises me every now and again when I play Red Alerts. And I think it might be DeBoy, but I think there's one other person that has him RB5 that shows up my Red Alerts. And he's not bad. He's not terrible.
I mean, in his current state, he's not that bad either, right?
Yeah, so, that's what I mean. Stat boost, I think he'd actually be pretty good. He's one that, because when we were looking at characters, we were like, well, what's some older characters that are not bad that people have a lot of shards of that would help out? And then also, I know the peasants won't like me for this, but it also makes me laugh whenever they get super power crept and then they get knocked out of their plus 20 Wraith PvP.
You're mean. I would never wish that on anyone. Openly, at least.
Another good one I see not said a lot too is Chemo.
Oh, Chemo, definitely. All right, he gets my vote because people actually like him. He's actually good. It's just that as a tank, he can't survive. So yes, he gets my vote.
Now, are you sure about that? Because 2D-tron has him, and his score will go way up.
I mean, I don't know. Like this past how many months now? Like it started with his like who would rework Hush and Talia? Like come on, he knows someone. He's paying someone for sure. There's no way you would. There's no way those two would be the
2D has a developer 2D fan out there.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can think.
A member of his cult for sure. It's like absolutely no one cares about those two tunes, and then they get them in the same month with the ridiculously high scores. And the annoying part is that Talon, who came out the same month, had old stats, which is like so annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like Talon. I don't use him much. I hate to admit, he was an expensive RB5 that I barely touch.
Yes, we will probably cover him. You're probably not alone with him as a regret. But if he gets a stat boost, but people will crucify you if he gets one.
Oh yeah, no. We have to get through some of the oldies first before we can start suggesting some of the newer tunes. But I do think some of the newer tunes that came out had good kits. They just didn't have the stats. So I don't.
I don't really have a big problem with Peacemaker because his stats is kind of low. But you're right. Some of the older ones that have like Swamp Thing was a great choice. He's now playable and actually pretty good with the new stats. But we just need to be careful of getting stat boosts to tunes that are old but also have a bad kit.
Yeah.
Power Girl is kind of like mediocre. The stat boosts make her a little better, but I don't think it made her good.
No, she still stinks.
Her proc rates are still bad, so that's not going to save her.
And I think all of us pretty much thought she'd be a good choice because she's an older character that's probably not getting a real work anytime soon. But the good thing is WB said that if they get a stat boost, it's not going to preclude them from getting a rework sooner than later.
Yeah, but it's still a waste though, right?
Yeah, it feels like a waste because they'll get stat boost, then they get a rework. It's like, oh, well, they didn't need the stat boost because they just got a rework. They're going to get stat boost anyway. I think another really good one would be Flash, who, not just saying that because I have him RB5 because I really don't care about him as a character in the game, even with stat boosts, but I think his kits, there's nothing really wrong with his kit, but he would definitely need his speed boosted because he shouldn't be that slow.
Yeah, for someone who's called the fastest man alive, there's quite a few faster than him, or as
I mean, I
fast
guess
as he
lore wise, there's
is.
a couple people that should be faster, but he shouldn't be that slow. He's like
Yeah, at,
he's way down the
at the
list.
bare minimum, he should be as fast as Reverse Flash, maybe.
I
Make
think,
him at least faster than Black Flash.
yeah, I think
That would
definitely,
certainly help.
yeah. Um, and I think he'd be pretty good. I mean, he lacks damage. He needs to hit like 37 times before he does damage.
Well, that's
But
okay. But if you give him a stat boost, he might actually be scary.
yeah,
Because
that's what I think. He
you
might
see those
actually be pretty cool.
bots. See those bots? The scariest bots for me are the ones that have Flash and Castaway Green Arrow together. You would get peppered with punches and arrows if you're unlucky.
Yeah, I definitely think Flash would be a good one. Um, as much as I hate to admit it, Black Adam would probably be pretty good.
Oh, Black Adam for sure, because he just like
He's
went
got a good kid.
from
He's
like,
just power crep.
yeah, like the best tune hands down to like nobody uses him.
Some of my personal wish list tunes would be Killer Frost, because I think she has a solid kit. She just doesn't pack the punch she used to. And we have so many great stun tunes, it's just doesn't matter because she doesn't do much damage. Another one would be Catwoman. I think she'd be pretty solid with a. I mean, I like her kit. I do think I kind of would rather her have a rework so she gets a fifth ability more than a stat boost. But if she doesn't get a stat boost anytime soon, she.
Yeah, you might just hold off and just get a
Yeah, I hope she gets a rework. But she
Ooh,
wouldn't be bad.
one that really needs it. But I know everyone's saying that he's already had his time. Actually, twice in the meta. Castaway Green Arrow. Nobody uses him because he's outclassed, but
I
a
still don't
good
think you're going
stat
to use them
boost.
though with a stat boost because
Probably not because of Black Flash. Yeah.
yeah, you're going to bring Black Flash every time over him. Another one Joker keeps suggesting, and probably would be good, would be Siren.
Siren would be. Yeah, I actually think she might be good. There's a lot of good bleed tunes now. Siren might be decent.
What do you think about Batgirl?
Does she need it?
Yeah, I think
Probably,
so.
probably. She doesn't really do the damage. She doesn't really need it,
I
but
just
she
think
could
she's a little
use it.
squishy. I think it would. I mean, she's a good character, but I think she would see a little bit more play.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? She's getting a lot of play.
Yeah, I mean, by like one person, but two people, Biff and Kitty, the only two people I've ever seen use her.
I
Here's
mean,
the one that
it's not that because they're power creep. It's just people are tired of them, I guess.
one I've suggested a couple of times is Mira. I think she'd be so good with a
Oh,
stat
she
boost.
would be good. Yeah. Okay. I agree. That one I agree 100%. Her kit is fine.
She's just squishy.
Yes, and the actress associated to her is not fine, but other than that, yeah, she's the perfect candidate for a stat boost. All right, mail it in. That one's like, okay, put her on top
This
of the
is
list.
one that I haven't seen anybody suggest, but I'm kind of surprised. I doubt he'll get a fourth rework. Is Blue Beetle?
Oh, he's gonna get a movie. He should just get
Another
a
rework.
stat boost. It's not, yeah, a stat boost is not gonna get him fixed because he's. I know he can do some damage, but like he does extra damage against. Where? Let me
Well,
look at him. There's
if they gave
some
him a
problem
big
with his
stat
kit.
boost, I think he'd be pretty good. Because I mean, really, there's nothing wrong with his kit. His problem
I'm
is he
sure
just
about
doesn't do
that.
damage. I mean, he's got the buff a move that gives him all the strength ups and the turn meter. His basic does good damage sometimes if it crits, but it needs to crit if so that one's not wrong. And then his 3 that purges all the buffs and immunities and everything, that does mega damage if you can get it to crit and have buffs and everything. So I think a big stat
Why do you need
boost.
the blue that kills a blue?
I don't know. I mean,
It would help. It wouldn't hurt for sure, but I don't know if that's enough to get people to use them.
they would
All
have to
right, so
really give
now
him
he
a strong stat boost. Like it couldn't just be a regular stat
look at
boost.
this. Look at this. Look at this. All right, you're gonna make him stronger. He's gonna do damage. Check. I have Yara Floor, I have Spectre, I have Darkseid. He's still not gonna get play. His kit sucks. And if you're just gonna give him stat boosts to do damage, we already have good damage dealing
I don't think
boosts.
his kit necessarily sucks though. That his 3 is a good ability. I mean, granted, we have a few other characters that do it now, but he would be usable with a stat boost. Right now, he's not.
Yeah, he's gonna be usable. Yeah,
And
I
if
don't
the,
think it's gonna be good though.
especially if there's no, because I have a bad feeling he's not on the rework list because he's already had multiple reworks. I could be wrong. But
Let's see. There's who had the most reworks now at this
Superman.
point. Yeah, because they finally got him right.
Yeah,
Who
but it
else?
took like 12 tries.
There's quite a few that already had multiple reworks, right? So
Yeah, but I think Blue Beetle is the next highest.
two. Yeah,
He said 3.
Black Adam and Shazam's had it. Who else? They had twice. Did Stewart get two? No, I think it's just one. There's quite a few more that had two reworks.
I thought he had 3, or did he only have 2?
I think Robin Damian Wayne also had two reworks already. Yeah, I think he had. So yeah, there's quite a few.
I got another one for you. How about Steppenwolf?
I mean, he's okay. Yeah, he would be okay. I don't think he's gonna take over any of the leader spots, but yeah, he's not gonna be a bad choice. But I like Mera. Mera, you should like really like
Yeah, well,
shoot it.
I'm really surprised Zubaz didn't like get crazy with me on that one, but I think he's trying to not look like he's going out.
Yeah, he's just playing it cool.
Exactly. He's just
On the inside, he's like, push it, hate mail, push it, push for it, but I'm not gonna.
I really like Mira and Tula. Like I use them every day in red alerts. And if she got a stat boost, I would absolutely take her RB5, and I have over 4,000 shards, so she would be great.
I'm looking at another toon that could probably use one. Black Lightning. I'm looking at his kit. There's nothing wrong with it.
I think his kit is terrible, personally. I don't. He needs a rework, a full.
Why? What's wrong with him?
He doesn't. I mean, what does he do?
All right. Int downs on his basic. Overheal to the team. Purge debuffs. His 3 does a heal and then purge 6 buffs. Those are not bad moves. His passive, if you punch him, here's the bad one. His stun is only 35%.
Yeah.
If it were at least 50, then he'd be good. But yeah, he gains intops. It's just at the low percentage. And then what's his other one? At the beginning of the apply 25%. 25% true heal if they're below 50. So it's actually not a bad kit.
I don't know. I just don't see him. I don't think stats are going to save him. I don't feel like his kit is that good at all. Like he needs a full retool.
He's one of the fastest healers, so not quite
It's a weak
fast,
heal.
but doesn't matter. You can trigger certain passives or leaders like Enchantress or who else wants heals? Starfire, those two, right?
That's who needs
That's
who needs a stat boost is Starfire. Starfire and Blackfire could use a stat boost.
I feel like I got baited into this. Like you just want a platform to just say like, oh, it's not about that I have them RB5, but it's totally about
But you do have to agree both of them could use a stat boost.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, their kits are fine. It's their stats are getting a little low. Blackfire wasn't bad when she first came out, but she's been major power grab.
Starfire, yeah.
Both of them. Blackfire too.
Yeah, but nobody cares about Blackfire.
Yes, they do. Couple other ones that were on the list of names I saw was TDK, Batman TDK.
Yes, he could use it. He's tanky, but he's not meant to do damage. So I don't know if he's gonna benefit from it. But his problem is the proc rate on his passive. So I don't think a stat boost is going to save him from mediocrity.
Well, the problem is that one AoE from Spectre nukes him, so stat boost might At least let him stay alive long enough to actually do
Yeah,
something.
but if he sucks, surviving Spectre is not a good, calling card to get used. Hey, I
Yeah.
can survive Spectre, but do nothing else. Okay, use me on your team.
I've seen a lot of people recommend Bane, but I don't think a stat boost will help him either. Kit's just not good anymore.
Might be. He might be. He might be surprised. There's ways to protect him now and get him going, like an easy overheal to start. Those strength, yeah. If those out of turn attacks, if he has the modern stats, they might actually do something.
Maybe.
He might actually be decent.
Oh, Black Manta was another one I thought would be really good.
Oh yeah, he would be really good. Yeah.
There's quite a few. There's actually quite a few. I'm really happy they're doing 4 a month because you can chisel through this list pretty fast of the characters.
We'll have like 8 new toons to play with. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean every month it's going to be, there's a lot more to do. And actually, I don't even think I tried Joker this month yet since it's rework or stat.
I may have tried it once and then so that's what I fear. Some of those toons that are really not that great would get some use and then you'll forget them because the stats are not enough to for you to get to use those toons.
What do you think about Mary Shazam?
She sucks. She's bugged too. Yeah, just
with,
rework.
Even with the yes, that's what I kind of thought.
So yeah, she needs a rework or fix her bugs before she gets a stat boost. I have her RB5, but I don't think it's gonna help.
Yeah, there's so many characters. A character I wouldn't mind seeing it because she's so squishy, but she's still really good as Cheetah.
Cheetah could really use it. I want to use Cheetah, but she's still usable even if she's squishy.
Yeah, but I think a stat boost would just make her super good.
Yeah, she would be really good.
There's quite a few Reverse Flash would be excellent with a stat boost.
Yeah, Emerald Archer maybe.
I think he probably could use a rework. I've seen a few people have suggested him, but I don't see any reason you would bring him as a leader over anybody else ever.
That's his probably biggest knock is that his leader is kind of outdated. It needs something more than just get a crit, turn meter down because it's easy to shut him down.
Well, he's one of those characters I think outside of being a leader, like if his leadership ability was a passive, he might actually be decent.
It might be. Yeah, and his moves are not bad. He has an AoE, he's fast, double basic. He might. I'm trying to think if he's gonna be broken if he's outside of fleet. Maybe not.
I haven't even looked at so long I don't remember what he does hardly.
He does agility downs, and then you get the turn meter down.
Oh, he wouldn't be broken. Yeah, he'd be fine.
Yeah, because you can just use Raven or Aquaman to shut him down. So yeah, maybe. So maybe he needs a rework and not a stat boost.
Yeah, there's so many. Actually, the more I look through it, the more I realize there's a lot of characters that would be good. Red Tornado, I know Hawkeye is stomping for. He might actually be pretty good with a stat boost.
Yeah, he just needs to survive a hit in order to be good.
He's a little bit newer, but down the road, Steel would be pretty good with a stat boost, I think.
Did you buy RB5 shards of steel?
I did not. I only have 1,700, so I'm allowed to say
skipped it. I thought you were going to RB5.
And then I almost did it, and then I decided because he's green, I'll probably use him 3 times after I do it. I was going to hold off.
I'm going to say Hal.
Hal Jordan would be great with the stat boost.
Red Robin.
Hal Jordan's an old toon that everybody has, so I think he'd be very beneficial for newer players.
I agree with that. Robin too. Everyone has Red Robin. He's
yeah.
Still good, but he's kind of really weak.
Let me look at my RB5s. You know who?
Superboy.
Yeah, Superboy always needs it. He's pretty terrible, but my most shameful month ever in DCL, and both characters I think could use it now because they've been power crept greatly. is Artemis and Cersei.
Ooh, that would Artemis would be good. Imagine Kage not getting 20.
Kage would definitely support that one. So
I guess.
I
What's
can't
the other
remember
one? Oh,
last time.
Cersei. Cersei.
Yeah, that's what I said. Artemis and Cersei, and Cersei would be good.
No.
I'm really not sure her kit would be good. Even like her kit was one of those ones that went from she was so good, and then like 2 months later she was so bad.
Yeah, because of Spectre and Black Flash. Like
Yeah,
two things that does what she does better. Purge and turn meter down.
I almost feel like Cersei
Fortunate.
needs a full rework. Like purging 2 buffs to the whole team really does nothing. It should purge all buffs, or like 5 buffs or something.
And she needs to do something to men, like what they did to Ursa. She punishes men and then she does, I don't know. She needs a little something.
I'm very
You're right.
disappointed about Artemis because Artemis was so strong for so long, and then I mean, not that long, and then she just like completely. That's because all the really crazy blues that you want to kill are all special damage and
Special damage, yep.
Her
So that she
special
doesn't really
Yeah.
she needs to ramp and then like they ramp too, and then like Darkseid is doing what she used to do, but better.
Oh crap! I just realized I never collected my PvP energy. I'm glad I just happened to see that little red bubble popped up, and I was like, "Oh, let me see." And I'm like, "Oh, I never collected my 27 PvP matches. I had it, I just never
Okay.
collected it."
That would have been unfortunate, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, I think it's not gonna affect you much. You're gonna be
Yeah, I'll
well,
be
you're
top.
entrenched in top 10, and then you'll never be world finest, so
Yeah,
it's not gonna affect you much.
yeah, but I'd like to be a little higher.
It's just annoying. Yeah, it's just annoying, right? When you
Well,
like,
actually, I'm running, um, Dick Tune leaders, so that's my new thing. I decided I'm going to finish the rest of Siege with running Nasty Tune, and then Vagrant. This would be his first. If he wins, this would be his first World's Finest.
yes, it is.
Yeah, 'cause he hasn't even really competed towards the top a whole lot until recently, so he's having a heck of a siege.
Yes, I mean this is a perfect storm for him. He has an RB5 Stargirl, RB5 Shiva. So and then
I think didn't he take Etrigan up a ways? I don't know how high he took him, but I thought he took him
I
up.
think he did. Let me check. I think he has an RB2 at least.
You took yours RB5, right?
No, it's just RB2. I don't have the tokens yet.
Oh, I thought you took him RB5. I don't see. I thought about it, but I don't know if I'll use him after the siege. Really,
Who knows? We'll see. I'm certainly not doing it just to beat 2D.
actually, I'm pretty sure Tournament of Legends, because Joshua Wars isn't going to ban him since he's got him high rebirth.
Yeah,
So
Exactly. That's one of the considerations. Vagrant go.
he's towards the top.
Oh yeah, he actually put up. Oh yeah, he has RB2.
Yeah, I thought I saw him with a rebirth.
Yeah, so this is really a good month for him. And he was pretty ballsy.
Yeah,
And he found me in rate, so I've been sending him teams. So yeah, he's been doing the legwork too. So hope he gets it.
it's nice seeing a new face up there. Sorry, almost F, but I got to root for our boy. Almost has already won one or two, right?
He's got one. There's very few that, well, I wouldn't say that, that have multiple Siege World's Finest. But yeah, it's tough to repeat.
Yeah. All right, about the Father's Day jumps, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, you really need to, because you're gonna regret it if some good sale pops up next month.
I know. I'm good. I'm over 600.
So, okay,
I feel a lot
feel
better.
better. Okay, and then July 4th, probably gonna do it again. You can probably skip that one and then just hunt good top choice sales like you did this month.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll see. Well, hopefully they have something worth getting. But
yeah, I'm not gonna do those subscriptions again. I don't want to. I hate doing those phone calls.
Yeah. Then if you do I did a charity one that I was like, well, I'll just keep because they're a good cause. But I hate the last time I tried to call and then they give you a guilt trip and then I just used a credit card I was planning on canceling anyway. And then I still forgot to cancel the credit card for 4 months. So they got 4 months out of me before I did it.
Now it's not a good deal, huh? Well, I
Yeah.
hope it was a good cause.
But yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad about it because they're good cause, but I already donate to other charities I have a much more vested interest in. And so I don't want to donate to some of these weird ones that are on there. I mean, a lot of them are good causes, but there's a few kind of odd ones on there. Anyway, I think that's anything else before we wrap this up. We talked through half the tunes in the game. I want to
think so,
do
too. Yeah.
I want to do an episode where we set a timer. How many tunes are in the game now? Like 237 or something?
No, not
I
quite,
know.
but we're getting
There's a
there.
lot.
100
Yeah.
and
It
180ish.
needs to be like it's going to be like a whole month series or something where we go through every single character in the game, but we like set a timer. We can only talk about them for like 3 minutes each or something. Then we do it
30
over.
minutes or 30 seconds?
What's that?
You mean 30 seconds?
No, we'd have to we give them like 3 minutes
Okay.
or a couple minutes each, 2 minutes each or something.
Oh, all of us? Okay. It's still
Well,
gonna be a while.
No, not
gonna be
each
a while.
I don't mean each person. Each person takes a character. Like we bounce back and forth. So we have a
Oh, you
list.
pick one.
Yeah, you pick one. We have a list, and then we mark them off as we go through it. And we have a list of each. Like we just start the energy affinity, and then we do this half this week, and then we just that way we touch every single character in the game, and then we'll have some gameplay video of them.
There's 182. If we
Yeah.
do a minute each, that's gonna be 3 hours.
I mean, it's still shorter than 2D's RB5 showcase.
Well, true, but I mean, is that enough time to talk about it too? And we just probably
Well,
rush
that's why
it.
I mean,
and
we
then,
gotta
like,
break it
stream.
over like 2 months or something. Like
Then
it's
we're always behind.
true. Well, we're gonna talk about the new tunes anyway. So
Oh, I suppose, yeah, the
and,
reverse.
well,
Okay,
now that's where we're gonna have a challenge because we're gonna have the reworks. We're gonna have the stat boost characters. So yeah, we get a lot more content than we had before, which we moved it back to weekly. We skipped last week because we were lazy, but yeah. So I think we'll be fine.
and then when are we going to do the RV5 thingy that you want to talk about?
We'll save it for like the middle of next month because we're coming up. We're gonna have next week is
Oh, yeah, next week we need to do the tier list.
we have the tier list, and the week after is Burger Shack, raids, all the new stuff. So we're always content heavy right at the beginning of the month. So usually towards the middle of the month we get bored and we don't have an idea. So we're gonna do an episode called. Actually, I can't say because then Joshua will steal it for Crime Alley. Zubaz will. So we have an episode idea that we think will be entertaining. So
I don't think they can do it.
I think they could.
They can't. How can they? Think about it.
They have quite a few of them.
3 of them are fanboys. They do it based on
That's true. Yeah, so they couldn't do it. You're right.
they can't.
Yeah. Okay.
And Josh doesn't take a lot of this. You can say it. Say it.
Okay, so we're gonna.
And if
do
they steal
our-
it, yeah, you have the.
We're gonna do
receipts.
our RB5 biggest regrets starting next month. I know a few of you out there already know who I'm gonna say on a couple of them, so at least one I've been vocal about. Yeah, I only have a couple now. Not too many.
I'm looking at mine, but you know what? Today's trash is tomorrow's treasure. So But-
Yeah,
I still regret a few of them.
and I don't regret
Look at me.
Metallo. Just so you guys know, he's one that I wanted a stat boost for, but I'd rather a full rework because I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
he could use it.
I'm not sure a stat boost.
Stat boost might
Save
help
him.
him.
It might.
Yeah,
He's-
you're right.
He's not
He-
bad.
He
He's
needs.
he needs just a little bit more, not much.
Oh,
he's-
he ramps. So maybe a tank's gear set might be better for him because he stacks those strength ups anyway, right? He just
I re-
needs to survive.
Yeah, I'm not sure about tank because I like that he does a lot of damage after only getting hit once. But he just needs to survive. And I think a stat boost would really help with that. I don't know. He's one. He's on my recommendation list, but everybody shuts it down as soon as they see it. I think Joker's okay with it because Joker likes him, but
He's a villain.
yeah, he's a villain. He checks some of the boxes. Well, Joker keeps doing. He needs to be energy because he always wants everybody to be energy because all the villains are physical. So
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Yeah,
Yep.
that would suck for you if he becomes energy.
yeah, I don't need another energy taunter. Actually, because you have Barda, you feel like you have all the physical taunters you really need. But so Superman is really the only good energy taunter that I like. Like there's really no other energy taunters I'm a big fan of. So I'm less
Parallax
opposed
is
to it
pretty
as I
good.
would be. But I still don't.
Parallax and Ultraman are both very good.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like either one of them for some reason. They're both.
They're
I
green.
recognize that they're good. I just don't like using them.
Oh, they're green and they don't stun. That's why I don't like them.
I've kind of gotten off the stun thing, partially, but I don't know.
You say that every month, and then a stun tune comes out. Oh my god, Connor! He stuns. I'm loving it.
But everybody loves Connor. He's fantastic. That's why. And also, the only energy I did kind of get a chubby for was Desaad. When he's fixed, he's gonna be. I mean, I like him now,
Yeah.
but when I can use, I like using Darkseid anyway. And when I can use him and steal everyone's not steal, but purge everyone's buffs, that's gonna be amazing.
Yes. The only reason people are not complaining about Desaad right now is because you don't use Darkseid in Siege anyways. But once Siege is over, people want to use Desaad. They'll soon figure out like, yeah, I wish he just fixed.
Yeah, and then
So hopefully they fix it.
I was
by
really
the,
hoping,
like,
if he got fixed before Siege ends, I would run Darkseid every single match just to be a Richard Mail.
oh, that would be annoying because you really need to stop him from taking a turn. I mean, even now because we don't have like the Terras or Hals. If he takes a turn, it can get dangerous real fast.
Yeah,
It
I've
was
had a
this.
few matches
It
where
was
I've
decided that way.
let him take a turn and it actually worked out okay on Revenge mostly, but it can get scary quick.
Yeah, the one match that I lost had Desaad. Stupid Volzi's not RB5, L5 Desaad didn't die from my Etrigan, and it went downhill so fast.
All right, well, I think we're far enough in now.
Yeah, but nobody listens at this point.
I have been told by like the 7 people that listen pretty frequently that they listen to the end, but so this is for you 7 people, and then I got a lot of messages in Diablo Immortal chat because I haven't played yet today. So
Oh, I got it muted.
are you done with it already?
Stopped. I am done with it. I stopped
I
playing.
really like the game. Like it's super fun. I finally played PvP. It's amazing. It's just such a time consuming game, and that
It is, and it's not just that. You have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, you can't just play an auto in the background. Like you have to.
You have to look. You have to look at it.
I really enjoy it. I don't know if I like Loot. He's, as many of you probably are aware, his raid grinding insanity. He's so high level. Like they're so far ahead of me now. It's not even funny.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat Loot in a game like this.
And I don't expect to ever beat them. I just want to get caught up to where I can like, competently play with them. And every time I'm like, all right, I'm making ground, they like get so much further ahead. Even though the game has like a catch up mechanic and a slowdown mechanic for people like Loot, and yeah, Ogre
Catch-up
Loot.
mechanic. By that you mean credit card?
No, you can't actually buy your way up, XP wise, like that. You can. The only thing you can really buy that. I mean, there's a few things you can buy, like the battle pass helps you leveling, but it's really. I mean, you don't spend much. Like you can. I've spent very little on that game actually, but if you spend like $40-$50, that gets you all the stuff you really feel like you have to have. But where you can get in trouble is if you want to be like a top 1% player and you're PvPing. There's like all these different gems that you have to craft and get, and you can only get them through like loop, like the random effects that you want.
That's why
and that's where
I
you
don't
can
like those games.
tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't have any illusions that even loot in them, they're not going to be a top. I mean, in a game with millions of players, you're not going to be a top 1% player. It's just not going to happen. So I don't even pretend like I'm going to be. So I'm not. I just want to.
Not stressed about it. You just want to have fun.
Yeah, I'm just playing to have fun. But I want to catch up to them, which is the part that's frustrating me. So if I can't ever catch up, eventually I'll just quit. So that's what's going to happen.
So you find time to play it, just get your wife to play it with you.
She actually loves the game. She absolutely loves it. But we've been both super busy this past week, and then we're leaving for vacation soon. So we're just going to be further behind. So, yeah.
Uninstall it. That's my advice to you. Uninstall it.
I probably should, but I'm enjoying it. So, I mean, I can whip through my DC Legends stuff, and especially when, like, next week when we have that, you know, the down period between raids and.
Oh, that's true. There's nothing to do. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Uninstall it next Wednesday.
Exactly. The raids are going to be over 4th of July, and it's going to suck. I can just feel it already.
4th of July is on a Monday, right?
Yeah, so it's a 3-day weekend. So we'll have the Monday free.
Oh, yeah.
So I guarantee it's going to be Wednesday, next Wednesday. Then it'll be 4th of July weekend. We're going to want to go do stuff on Saturday. Yeah, it's going to suck. And then Sunday, yeah, it's going to suck.
I mean, we had a preview of this with Memorial, right? So we know how it goes.
Yeah, but 4th of July is usually a bigger holiday weekend. There's more stuff going on.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, thankfully, we're doing vacation the weekend before because we didn't want to deal with the madness of 4th of July, but it's still... I still don't like doing it over a holiday weekend.
Right.
But anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. So now we have 4 people listening.
Yeah, people heard Diablo. Like, they all dropped off.
Like, all right, that is my cue.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right. Well, on that note, thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. It's yours truly, the AB. Thanks for listening to the show, and won't you please consider becoming a Patreon? I am, and let me tell you, it's easy, super easy. Just head over to patreon.com/WROL broadcast. Be the first one to get the inside scoop with exclusive content, early reviews. Listen, packages start as low as $1. That's less than a handful of gems. Even an old man like me can do it. And I'm at the age where I want 2 girls. Just in case I fall asleep, they'll have someone to talk to.